This is Go-MMT Radio.
Go-MMT Radio. Let's set go.
Powered by Make My Trip, Go Ibibo and Redbus.
The Fame Game.
I love the thought behind this show, especially the theme, which is called the Fame Game, because it's all about the spotlight and how you get the spotlight on you, especially if you are someone who loves to perform on stage, who has a particular talent that is just so good to show off. If you are a classical dancer, oh my God, that's one of those few talents that you'd love to put up on stage once in a while, or maybe every once in a while. One such person is on the show today with me, Preetha Kumaresan, and she is from the online products department based out of Bangalore. Turns out she's also just 3 months in the organization. Preetha, it is so nice to have you on the show. A warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you so much for having me.
So the Fame Game is all about how you have all the fame you can gather for yourself, which I believe in the past few years you have. And now at MMT, everybody is going to learn about it, is that you are a fabulous dancer.
Yes, Annie. I have always been dancing. In fact, I took my first dance class when I was 6 years old in first standard. Yes, so that was when I was put into dance class. Then I learned for 6 to 7 years dancing, and I continue to dance. In fact, actually danced for the THM Town Hall Meet in MMT as well. Recently.
You did?
Yes.
So when you say a dance form at the age of 6, when you started this off, what dance form did you start with?
Right. So I'm born in Chennai. I was born in Chennai. So I was put into Bharatnatyam. Some background, both my parents don't know how to dance. And I'm a single child. I got put into literally every class that they could think of. When I was in first standard, I got dance class, singing class. We went to karate, abacus, drawing, painting, swimming as well. And Bharatnatyam was one of the things that really caught on, that always interested me. I think I always liked dancing. So just continued with a few of these classes, Bharatnatyam being one. So yeah, up to the age of till 6th or 7th, did Bharatnatyam class. Post that, I had to stop pursuing dance because of academics. Yeah, and then after that in college, in both my BTech as well as MBA, got to put up a lot of stage performances, was in the dance clubs in both of my colleges. So here, I really branched out into other styles of dancing.
Oh, that's cool.
Did a bit of contemporary dancing, folk dances, Tamil folk, Indian folk. Then I did hip hop. Although hip hop was not really my best forte, because people always said that when I dance hip hop, I bring some sort of classical element into it, which I think if you're a classical dancer, you'll relate to it, because the two contrasting styles of dances. In Bharatnatyam, you have to have very stiff hands, stiff legs. You can't really go loose anywhere, whereas hip-hop is the exact opposite. So that was something that was hard to pick up. But yeah, folk, Bollywood, also did a bit of salsa and bachata. So those were some of the styles that I got to do. Right now, do a lot of Zumba. I've been doing Zumba for 6 years. So that is how I started.
So it seems like fitness is also a part of your life, because once a dancer, always a dancer, and then fitness kind of just goes along with it. If you have been part of the recently held town hall, she did put up a wonderful performance. So what was this town hall performance like? Was it classical? Was it Zumba based? Or was it anything else? Any other styles that you kind of, brought together? What was it like?
So it was mostly Bollywood songs. We did to Ude the Fikre. We danced to Toba Toba, and 2 other Hindi songs as well. So because it was a group dance, I think mostly it was just Bollywood style. We picked up famous steps from the songs themselves, because people really relate to steps that they've already seen, and that gets a lot of crowd cheer, which is generally what we go for when we put up shows for a larger audience. So yeah, those were the performances that we did on stage.
Oh, lovely. Did you also choreograph them?
No, we actually had a choreographer come in, but yeah, I've actually dabbled in choreography. Didn't get a chance to do this time. Maybe sometime later or in the future town hall meetings.
Oh, that is so sweet. When you are dabbling in different dance styles, you start with one, then of course you realize that, okay, different styles of dance have a different kind of grace that they want, and body alignment and body line that needs to be maintained. I think there is a certain thrill and excitement, because I've gone through it myself too, because you're curious and you want your body to move in as many styles as possible. Have you gone through that experience?
I actually have, yeah. So, one performance that we had to put up when I was in my MBA was for a group competition. It was a competition, and we chose to do contemporary.
Okay.
Contemporary, if you've seen, is completely different. You have to move like water, do a lot of lifts, jump, do, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, you'll have to basically tumble,
Yeah.
fall very gracefully. And all
Yeah.
of that was extremely hard. I remember the first 2 weeks that we had to practice. All of us were bruised everywhere because we had to roll on the ground. We had to do a lot of lifts. So it is really important to have a good teacher in these cases,
Yeah.
who not only shows the entire performance, the entire step, but breaks down the step into easier parts that you can really replicate. Because I think that is very important. Once you are a seasoned dancer in a particular style, it is easy to pick up. But if you're learning something new, have someone who has gone through it for a
Yeah.
long period of time, and they'll really break it down. They'll tell you easier ways to not hurt yourself.
Yeah.
The next thing, you're not sitting in pain. So yeah, I think it's important to have a mentor.
Well, I must also once revisit your college days. You have been a topper all through your life, is what I believe. So it's not just a dance form or a talent that you have or different styles that you have learned, but it's also academically you are inclined and you've been quite good at it.
Yeah, I guess I could say that.
Stop being modest, Preetha.
So yeah, I'm a single child. So born to actually two engineer parents. So once I hit the age, where I got into eighth or ninth, I did really get into academics. Maths was something that absolutely interested me. Was part of many Olympiads and competitions. And so once your parents or yourself, you realize that okay, education is something that comes easily to you or is good for you. That is something that we would start to pursue. I did
Right.
get into G coaching and all of that. So that became very rigorous. That became my whole life, which is why I had to stop my other interests. But glad that I could pick them up later. But yeah, I guess you could say because of my parents, because of my interest in all of these subjects, got to do well academically, got into great colleges, government colleges also, where I got to meet a lot of people who had gone through the journey themselves, learned a lot from them. Also did an MBA. So yeah.
After being a BTech, I am Bangalore. That's not easy. And I know, since I asked you earlier, it was a 99.63 percentile that you actually scored. So that's amazing. Brilliant.
Thank you so much. I think luckily I was at home because of COVID, which is when I got to prepare for CAT. Again, I had the support of my parents to
Right.
really help me. I didn't have to worry about living alone or cooking food. They took care of everything. So I guess similar experience to how I did my 12th and my college. My parents were always there to support me. CAT is really something that it is actually quite interesting. It's all mental ability and maths questions, which I really liked. So it was fun to prepare. It was not scary for me. So the preparation period, those 6 months were also pretty fun for me. I was just like solving puzzles mostly. So yeah.
Well, so let's talk about Preetha now. Getting placed straight out of college. What was that feeling when you were told you have cleared, all the rounds of interviews to work for the largest travel company of India?
That was very exciting because it is 4 or 5 months of strenuous prep that goes into before your placement season. So I was very excited to finally be done with all the interviews. All of the interviews actually went well. I got to interact with the senior leaders at MMT even during the interviews. Had almost 4 to 5 rounds with them, and I really got to see the kind of knowledge that they had based on the questions they were asking. And I also got to ask them a lot of questions because as a family we've always traveled quite a bit. Every year my father has made it a point. Yes, so we were part of many travel agencies like Country Club, and because of that we got to travel once a year. So I got to ask even the leaders a lot of questions regarding travel because I did know a bit about it. And also coming from a tech background, I feel like MMT has done, GO-MMT, all the companies have done a great job. So yeah, that was very exciting experience, and was very excited when I finally got placed and be done with all the prep and could enjoy 3 months of the rest of my MBA.
Are you ready for this rapid fire round, Preetha?
Yes, I was born ready. I feel like I'm in Coffee with Karan. I've practiced this a lot.
The rapid fire round.
The first question I have for you: what is your favorite word? A word that you use very often.
I guess you could say dance.
Okay, all right. I will give that to you. Who is your superhero? And here I'm talking about real life.
Definitely has to be my mother. She's always motivated me. She's my inspiration. She's the one who makes me want to perform better in life. So has to be my mother.
How sweet. Where did you go on your last vacation? I believe when you were in that exchange program through college, you visited some 10, 12 countries, but you've also traveled a lot with your parents. So where was your last vacation?
My last vacation was in April. I went to Vietnam. Actually, I went a 2 weeks trip. Went to cities like Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi, Da Nang. It's a great experience. Absolutely loved the food, which is one of the things that I love. I love eating. I love watching cooking videos. So finally got to taste.
You cook too?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God.
I cook, but yeah, I think I watch a lot more cooking videos.
Nice.
Just absolutely love watching them. But yeah, it was great to try out almost everything that Vietnam had to offer.
Really?
In terms of food.
Since you said you cook, tell me what is the dish that you can best prepare and just leaves everybody licking their fingers?
But chicken biryani.
Oh my, that is something. Okay, I'm going to come for my share very soon to you.
Definitely.
What is your favorite movie genre? Is it drama, thriller, romance, suspense, mystery, horror?
Hands down romance.
Aww. Describe your style in one word.
I would say sophisticated.
Oh, nice. I wouldn't expect any less than that from you. Okay. What kind of a landscape would you like to live in? Would you like to live by the sea, by the mountains, by the river?
By the sea, like I think I've said before, love the ocean, going to beaches. My parents' home overlooks the ocean. So, yes. So, yeah, would love to stay in the future somewhere near the sea.
That is so sweet. Okay, last question. Now, the 2 places that you would want to tick off your bucket list as far as travel is concerned in the next, say, 2 to 3 years.
That's a great question. Always wanted to go to Rome. Thankfully, that got done because of exchange. Loved the Colosseum. A place that I would want to visit is maybe Disneyland, somewhere in the USA. Where Disneyland is. I love amusement parks. I love Disney. I love princesses. So Disneyland is some place that I would really love to go to. Another place that I would want to go see Jammu Kashmir, somewhere in Srinagar where there's a lot of ice, lakes, all of that. I would love to see that.
That is so cool. Yeah, you could go skiing too when you land there at the right time, which is somewhere around December and Jan. Okay, with that, we've come to the end of the show. The spotlight continues to remain on you because you are superbly talented and you bring so much with you while working at MMT. Your experience has been good so far. You're giving so much. You're also taking so much because your dreams are big to take you places. All the very best for your future, Preetha.
Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you so much for having me. It was a great experience talking about the things that I love. Thank you so much, Annie.
Preetha Kumaresan on the show with me today. And yes, it's the Fame Game. She's a fabulous dancer, great at her work. And yeah, to follow her, Preet Root, by the way. I really like that. This is GO-MMT Radio, the Fame Game. I'm your host, Annie, taking your leave and we'll be back on Friday with Filmy Friday. Till then, ciao.
घटाओं में रहेंगे तू बरखा मेरी मैं तेरा बादल पिया जो तेरे ना हुए तो किसी के ना रहेंगे दीवानी तू मेरी मैं तेरा पागल पिया
Hello, Go Trippers! This is Ranveer Singh, and you are listening to Go-MMT Radio. Head, set, go.
To listen to your favorite Go-MMT radio from anywhere, follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Visit the Go-MMT radio page for daily updates and enjoy listening to your favorite radio channel.